God damn.
Man, goddamn is right. Goddamn is right, as it always is. But how is everybody doing as Bell is hitting us with the first ever yo?
That's crazy. Yo, what's up, Bell? Yo.
I feel I've never heard Bell say that or put that in chat, and that gave me a nice little laugh before. So thank you for that, Bell, as always. What is going on, everybody? We're back with yet again another edition of NHP, man. Another edition of NHP episode 237 of the news, man. And welcome back, like I said, to another edition of the news. And if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know how this very show works, every Monday we are on here after Monday Night Raw with Unscripted, and every Friday at 4 p.m. Central we are on here with the news, man, as we are today. If you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, if you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, that is AEW ruined the Adam Cole and MJF storyline. That is episode 217 or 18 of Unscripted. So if you guys did miss that, that is available for you guys on all platforms. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here live every single Monday after Monday Night Raw for NHP Unscripted, man. So yeah, if you guys have not got a chance to pick up some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, where you can find this very t-shirt design, the next chapter design to commemorate the rebrand of NHP. You can get this beautiful piece of merchandise available on the merch shop for you guys. Again, that is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man. And with that, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very podcast. And as for the other half, man, we got my man Sir K here. How the hell are you, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Just been chilling out, man. Been chilling out. Been pretty normal lately. So just chilling, waiting, full gear. Survivor Series, birthdays. I can't wait, man. And it's gonna be a good next couple months, man. I think it is, man. So I'm doing good. Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's everyone doing watching the replay? And what about you, bro? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good as we approach, November. Who better to motivate me in for this next coming month than the man that does not move without any sort of motives himself, my co-host, this man Sir K. So 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 he's always moving with something, man. So um no, man, but I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yeah, just getting ready for busy month, bro. It starts next week, dude. Next week we got Crown Jewel. So if you guys don't know, be a solo stream by your boy. So I'll be live after Crown Jewel. Then after Crown Jewel, obviously, full gear. I'm sure we're gonna be getting some interesting dynamites as they go up against NXT. November is just always a busy month. It's and smack dab in the middle, obviously you got the birthday, and then right into full gear and Survivor Series, Thanksgiving. So we go into all that stuff, and things get busy towards the end of the year. But yeah, bro. So yeah, excited, man. For all the pay-per-views and stuff coming up. But yeah, bro. Well, Belle, Belle says she only says yo to her brother, and she says it to us. So I feel like we're moving up on,
the rankings.
Exactly, her rankings. I feel like we've reached brother status.
I like that. That's cool.
That's very cool. It's very endearing, Belle. Wow, she's being nice today. Wow. Man, I'm so used to getting cooked by Belle at the start of every stream, man, and here we are. She's being nice. It's insane. What a change, bro. I am. It's ridiculous. But look, man, I'm just trying to play Call of Duty Black Ops 6, bro. I got another fucking 56 hours to go, apparently. I'm hoping rest mode does me some justice and it gets my fucking upload speed done faster because I kind of wanted to fucking play Black Ops 6, but you
It's
know,
good,
it's
dude.
probably a sign. It's probably a sign.
Yeah.
There's work to be done, got to stay on that grind. That's probably what needs to happen. It's probably my PlayStation telling me, keep
If you guys don't
don't
know
catch me
how
lacking.
obsessed with working that this man is, this man was literally making the crown jewel something last night. He's making it.
What?
Like, dude, were you not?
I got I gotta say. Anyways, man, so I know you wanted to talk about, man, I know you mentioned to me, bro, first, you wanted to mention well, we do have a lot of news. Actually, no. Another thing about how I'm doing. I probably um so again, the reason, so you guys know, over this past year we wanted to up our quality in thumbnail. Because it's a beautiful thing. It really is. It's very
Hmm.
therapeutic. Getting lost in the image, getting lost in the creativity of it all. I don't think I've ever had a more fucking heartbreaking thumbnail to make than this past fucking Monday's Unscripted. Um, Making that just image of the story between Adam Cole and MJF. I'm just sitting there making it, and I'm just thinking of putting this image together, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, wow, how did you fuck this up, man? How did you fuck this up? Honestly, like, it was, what the fuck? Like, I, dude, it was one of the most heartbreaking thumbnails I've ever had to make, just because it just made me reminisce on that whole feud and like man, like God, like dude, last year at Blood and Guts, people were more excited for Adam Cole and MJF to hit a fucking double clothesline than they were for the Blood and Guts match. Not saying anything was wrong with that Blood and Guts match. It ended up being a
No.
great, and people were excited for BCC versus Golden Elite, but like a lot of people went into that show more excited to see Adam Cole and MJF hit a fucking double clothesline and have a dance off with Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara. I can't even remember that being a tag team. That just brought back some weird memories. But
Yeah.
you get the
Oh
point,
man.
bro. Like, man, what the fuck? What, like,
No, it's so fucked, dude. They butchered that shit so fucking hard, man. And looking back, it just makes everything that was good not as good for what they did.
no, it doesn't, bro. It doesn't. It really puts a damper on what was a great storyline, man, and what was, I think a lot of people's well, like a lot of people's favorite AEW story ever is Adam
Hmm.
Cole and MJF. It was a fucking phenomenal story, and God, it was one of the most heartbreaking thumbnails to make because again, I'm just sitting there thinking the whole time, how, just how. How did you manage to mess that up? Of all things to fuck up, you fucked up Adam Cole and MJF. It seemed like a impossible task. It seemed like an impossible task, but Tony Khan has done a lot of impossible things since his inception of AEW. And a lot of those things being fucking a lot of people up, man. So,
Oh
um,
yeah.
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. So, um, Bell, I definitely got to address your comment. Bell says, honestly, with AEW, I'm like, just get me to the damn pay per view. At this point, bro, I think pay per views are like the only night that I'll actually like find myself enjoying and liking AEW. Um, and they're the easiest shows to book because you just have
Oh
to
yeah.
throw a bunch of people out there, put a bunch of good matches together, which he obviously has the roster to do, and it'll be a great show. And it'll be a great show. But what I want to see, well, we always talk about it in here, man. I just want to see Tony Khan add some intrigue going into these things. Um,
Literally.
oh God, what are they doing to Dominic's wife now?
Who knows, man? These wrestling fans are fucking weird and lame and fucking just weird, dude.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, it looks like. I, well, anyways, we're gonna start you guys off with some WWE news this week. As the first thing we're gonna talk about is Samantha Irvin.
Hey,
Wow. So
damn.
we touched on it a little on Monday, just as we were going over the whole, Lillian Garcia replacement and stuff like that. And we talked about it a little bit, but on Monday, we didn't really have all the deets. Not everything had came out at that point. It was sort of just it was sort of just a lot of, it was sort of just a lot of, um, people just being in shock, and Samantha's gone, and that's all we know up until this point. And then there was the rumors about, she let them know hours before Raw, which the next day all that stuff kind of got debunked and all that stuff. But on October 21st, Samantha Irvin revealed that she had left her role as the WWE Raw ring announcer and would be leaving the company. The announcement was made on Irvin's personal social media as she went on to thank the fans, the wrestlers, and the production crew. Details on the reason behind Samantha Irvin's departure were revealed on Wrestling Observer Radio, with Alvarez noting she's got outside projects she wants to do. Apparently couldn't come to terms with how it worked in WWE. Dave Meltzer provided further insight, revealing that Irvin had been thinking about this for some time, stating that she had been thinking about it, a WWE exit, for about a year. She wants to be a singer. She is a singer. She also plays the flute. She wants to be more involved with her music, and it is something that she's been talking about for a long time, and finally pulled the trigger on it. It's not a plan. There is no plan to go to AEW. Not saying 100% she wouldn't go. Ricochet actually tweeted she wasn't going, and that wasn't her intention to go there. She left on her own. And if it's something she'd been considering. She did not grow up as a wrestling person. She grew up as a musical person, and this was her passion. So she's also trying to follow her passion. Other reports from both Fightful and PW Insider have confirmed the departure was not a case of Irvin resigning from her position, not her being was resigning from her position, not being released. After news of Samantha Irvin broke, Ricochet then tweeted that she was not heading to AEW to join him in his new home. As Ricochet left WWE a few months ago upon his contract expiration, and went on to debut for WWE at AEW, or went on to debut for AEW at All in London. There was more to come from this, as a bunch of reports came out, basically just stating that WWE sources made it clear they are on good terms with Samantha. They are on good terms with Samantha. It would not rule out her making a cameo appearance down the line if it fit both sides. Wow.
Right.
So one more thing that I thought was interesting was, according to PW Insider, they also did state one of the key reasons Samantha Irvin decided to resign from WWE was reportedly due to her schedule forcing her to spend time away from her daughter. The report notes that the reduced schedule was discussed between both sides, but ultimately the talks went nowhere. She is reportedly planning on exploring opportunities in her music career and is not looking to make a jump to AEW. Huh. What do you make of all this, man? And how shocking does this come to you?
I think it's very shocking and very unfortunate, man. She's so phenomenal at her job. This is really like a hit in the face. It's like, damn. Just it feels like a piece of this current era is gone. You know what I mean? It really sucks, dude. She was really good at her job, man. She just it was really good, you know. And it sucks that like it happened because of like scheduling, and you know you want to do one thing, company wants this, so it's a weird schedule, which I don't get, you know, the scheduling stuff because she only did one show and then the, you know, whatever pay-per-view. So I don't know, you know, what they had her doing otherwise that would take so much of her time. I really don't understand that from WWE side, and it's really just confusing from WWE side of how you wouldn't, you know, find a way to accommodate and work with all this, because not only is it just letting someone, you know, pursue their other passions, is, you know, what you let, you know, the wrestling talent do with movies and etc. But like, if she wants to, you know, help build her music career, that could benefit you guys in the future, because they could use her to help build connections in the movie, in not movie, in the music industry for you guys in the future. So I really feel like it's nothing but a loss on WWE side for simple accommodations that I think could have been, you know, made.
Yeah. 100%. 100%, bro. Uh yeah. So, first and foremost, when I seen this, it almost didn't even seem real, right?
Mm.
It almost didn't, bro, because WWE has had they've had a lot of great voices come around over the past years, right? And they've also had a lot of horrible voices come along. But they've had a lot of great voices, man. And when you can get a voice to fit to just perfectly fit an era and perfectly fit what you want to provide for that era, and the type of just sound that just it fits like a glove, you know. It's almost one of those things you can't even explain it, but it just works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Mm-hmm.
just um like in like I guess for my childhood, it would be sort of more like a Justin Roberts, like Justin Roberts, like, man, if and I think a lot of us, I think this goes for a lot of us, man, if we didn't hear a guy like Justin Roberts announcing a John Cena, the way he says that John, the way, and we
Mm-hmm.
see him do it today with John Moxley, but the way he just announces that, or the way, the way a lot of older fans, just would not, it just wouldn't be the same if they did not hear Howard Finkel's voice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think for a lot of people, that was and that was Samantha Irvin. And I thought, what everybody coins the Renaissance era, I thought Samantha Irvin was just perfect for that. And to hear that this all comes from her not being able to spend time with her daughter, and to hear that this is because she wants to pursue music and WWE couldn't accommodate that, and these talks went nowhere, it really comes at a shock, because this is the era of the company and and the Triple H administration wanting people to
Mm-hmm.
explore family time and wanting to explore other ventures. I mean, you're seeing Drew McIntyre and Punk and all these different guys do movies and all these sort of outside projects, and talks with Samantha Irvin went nowhere. That's really odd, man. That's really odd, and obviously it strikes a question for for anybody looking at the situation and saying, man, she had this just job tailor made in WWE,
Mm-hmm.
and it really just comes at a shock, man, because it's just like, it's just like, how do you not accommodate her? Like, she's one of the most important voices you have on that show. It's like, for, you know, for us as well, another example I can give is Mauro Ranallo in Black and Gold. Does
Mm-hmm. Good
Tommaso
lord.
Ciampa go on that monstrous heel run if Mauro Ranallo isn't the guy commentating behind it? I mean, I'm sure he still goes on the run, but does it hit like it did? I'm sure
Oh,
maybe, it would, but not to the extent that it did.
no, exactly.
Would and would Stone Cold Steve Austin have been the just have had most of his iconic moments if it wasn't Jim Ross on commentary, man? And that goes the same for ring announcers. Like I said, I can get Howard Finkel. Everybody, to this day, I can still hear Howard Finkel's fucking voice when I think of just great commentators. Justin Roberts, probably my favorite ring announcer of all time. I'll tell you right now, my childhood is nowhere near the same if I'm not hearing um, Justin Roberts announce CM Punk and John Cena. I can hear him to this day announcing those guys vividly. And so
Hmm.
to think that WWE was okay with just letting her walk and didn't absolutely bend backwards just to keep her around in the company um uh is shocking, man. It's shocking that they couldn't accommodate her. But then again, if this was more of something where Samantha was sort of pushing the envelope and letting them know, hey, it's not that I want you guys to accommodate, but these are my reasons why I just don't want
Gotta
this to
go.
I just want this. I don't want to do this at all anymore. And if it was completely her decision on dead set on I want to be done with this, then that's her decision and we all have to
Yeah.
respect it. But
Hmm.
man, if this comes from anything of just WWE not accommodating her and her wishes and what she wants to do outside of here, it's kind of bogus, bro. It's kind of bogus. But like I said, if she was the one majorly behind it, sort of just wanting to be done with this and wanting to just open a new chapter, that's her decision. And that's what she wants to do, bro. That's what she wants to do. Um, and I mean, look, even if she wants to go to AEW, bro, down the line, that is her decision, man. But if
Oh
I were
yeah.
to give an if I were to give an educated guess, I do think Ricochet leaving the company uh
Didn't help.
played a part in her wanting to
Just
ex-
leave in general.
explore other options quicker.
Hmm.
I do think it did. Now, that does not give the reason, or that does not give wrestling fans the reason to go and berate Ricochet on social media all week for uh just coming at him. I've seen it all this week. Coming at Ricochet, calling him all types of names because Samantha Irvin left. Obviously it doesn't fucking warrant that, and wrestling fans are gonna be the specimens that they are, and you know, they're gonna be wrestling fans, but it doesn't warrant that. But if I were to give a guess, I honestly would say I think Ricochet leaving, and probably I don't know what their schedules look like, but if I'm guessing time spent apart, um, the time spent apart since he left the company probably did play a role in her wanting to just close it up maybe a little sooner than she would have wanted to originally. But not only did this get Ricochet a lot of hate, this got Justin Roberts a lot of hate from AEW fans
Huh?
because they want Samantha Irvin, which, hey, anybody who gets Samantha Irvin is lucky. She's a fucking phenomenal voice. She's a phenomenal
Oh
voice.
yeah.
But Justin Roberts is a phenomenal voice too. And I seen a lot of people all of a sudden coming out of all these AEW fans coming out of the woodwork suddenly hating Justin Roberts and saying he represents the old AEW and we need his voice is bored and his voice is tiring. And what the fuck?
Like,
What the fuck did Justin Roberts fucking? Justin Roberts is one of the only good things you have left in the fucking company. You better fucking want to hold on to him while you can,
I was
because
gonna say, where's that fucking energy with fucking Sockhead Excalibur, bro?
you ain't
Where's
lying, bro.
like, bro? Where's that energy? Fucking talk about Excalibur's fucking garbage ass. Justin Roberts is great, and why can you not have two great commentate or great announcers at once? Is that just illegal for like? I don't get it. And for the Ricochet hate, wrestling fans are so fucking weird. They're making weird assumptions and shit. Like, we all got reasons that we could hate on Ricochet, all right? Watch a promo of his,
I'm gonna
and you
kick
might want to
your
make
ass.
like,
Man, what
dog,
was that, bro?
like
I'm Ricochet and I'm not from here. I'm out of
no,
this world. Get
for
man,
real,
what?
dude. He is the exact same cadence as fucking Miles Morales, and it kills me every. Hi, I'm Miles. Like, dog, it's just so fucked. And you got many reasons to fucking angrily tweet at Ricochet and shit on him, but dog, this is just normal real life shit. It has nothing to do with AEW or stuff like that, man. She either, like we said, either a company couldn't accommodate, all that, scheduling and whatnot, or she was eventually planning on this anyway and was like, well, you know, my partner, he's not here anymore to kind of just be with me through this experience. So might as well just go pursue what I want to pursue
Yep.
already. Let's just go do that. So that's what I get. So don't fucking hate on nobody. Don't hate on Samantha. Don't hate on Ricochet. Unless it's on Wednesday nights. And just let people be. Let people live their lives, man. I mean,
Yeah.
come the fuck on.
No, you're absolutely right, bro. You're absolutely right. And you know how they're gonna be though, bro. You know how they're gonna be. It's the nature of wrestling. It's the belly of the beast, bro. They do not fucking stop and they don't know when to stop. And that's a part of the
Mm-mm.
problem. With just IWC, bro. But no, man, I mean I'm gonna again. Genuinely can't stress to you guys enough how much I'm gonna miss Samantha Irvin.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
dude, hearing her announce, dude, the fact that we're not gonna get to hear her announce the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series breaks my heart. It
Yeah, it
breaks
really
my
does.
heart, man. Hearing her not get to announce John Cena on the farewell tour, Cody Rhodes, getting to hear her announce for Cody Rhodes again, it does break my heart. But at the end of the day, if this was something she had to do for herself, then that's what it is, bro. And there's more things to life than Raw, SmackDown. Okay, there's more to
Hmm.
life than that. And if she wants more out of life, I know wrestling fans think that they can tell her what she can do with her life, but they cannot.
No,
And
exactly.
that's just that's just a harsh truth that wrestling fans are gonna have to get over eventually, bro. But yeah, man. So I truly wish her the best, bro. And who knows, man? Maybe one day down the line we can see her back in WWE, and I think everybody will welcome her with open arms, bro, because she is just, she is, she's incredible, man. She is, dare I say, out of this world. So,
Oh, give it to her. She deserves better than that catchphrase.
and
I'm not.
especially man with Ricochet being gone, man, he's not even in AEW, bro. He's out
Yeah,
of this world. So
he's not from here, dude. He's
he's
out of his
not.
world.
Um,
Oh, WWE so right, never giving that man a mic. Good lord.
I don't know why they WWE had a cool nickname for him too, bro. I think his nickname in WWE, or his little catchphrase in WWE, was the future of flight.
Future of Flight, the one and only.
The
Those
one
are like normal ones, normal good
out of
ones.
this world.
I'm not from here. I'm out of this world. And he
Why
like
does he
looks up
point
to the
up,
sky.
bro? What the?
He looks up to the like, bro, are you a fucking alien? Are you gonna probe someone? What are you talking about, dude? Ugh, fucking goddamn, man.
God, man. Yo, my man, JB, bro, popping in the live chat. My man, what is up, brother? How
How
are you
you
doing,
doing?
bro? Thank you, bro. Thank you for catching up. Thank you for catching up. My man, I totally forgot, bro. I totally forgot to say what's up to Durante, Logan Bell, my guys in the Replay Mafia, JTJB. I completely forgot that,
Yeah.
bro. I started talking about how heartbreaking my the unscripted thumbnail was on Monday because they fucking fumbled Adam Cole and MJF. But yes, bro, we're always gonna keep you in the loop, always gonna give you honest eyes and ears, bro. So Dynamite, man, we'll get to it on Monday, bro, but it's starting to get to that point for me where I'm not even getting pissed at this show anymore.
No.
It's just I
I
just
don't
watched this
care.
shit soulless, bro. It's just
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck, man. I mean,
Literally, dude.
what?
He
Come
shrug your
on.
shoulders and just fucking move on at this point.
Yeah, but I don't know what they got going on with Ricochet, bro. That catchphrase is something something, bro. Because God, it's just a weird catchphrase, man. But yeah, like I said, you know, Samantha gone from WWE now. I wish her the best. Truly wish her the best, and hopefully we can see her back as in WWE or in professional wrestling in general as a ring announcer someday, because so many people are going to hear so many people are going to miss hearing her voice, and I'm one
Oh
of them.
yeah, 100%, man. It sucks, dude. It really does.
According to IG Live, or an IG Reel, Lillian Garcia confirms that she has returned to the WWE as a full-time ring announcer. And
Damn.
it looks like Lillian is going to be stepping up as a ring announcer in the company yet again, as we talked about Samantha Irvin not being able to announce John Cena as a part of his farewell run. But
Mm-hmm.
if I can think of another name, I can think of two other names. One of them obviously can't do it because he's contractually obligated to AEW. But
Shit, contract tamper.
well, we all know, we all know Triple H. We all know Triple H gets down and dirty when it comes to the contract tampering. So you have two people that I can think of that I would love to hear commentate for John Cena. Justin Roberts is one of them, but obviously he can't do it. Lillian Garcia is the other one. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, definitely. I like that. I think it's a good replacement. Definitely more of an old school, not old school, you know what I mean, classic,
Yeah, yeah.
um, more
Uh,
memorable voice, which is really good.
recent history.
Yeah,
Recent
yeah,
legend.
exactly. So it's gonna be an adjustment a little bit, but great voice nonetheless.
Yes, definitely, man, and it definitely reminds me of definitely reminds me of when I first started watching wrestling, bro. Because when I first got into the product, the ring announcer was none other than Lillian Garcia. So I'm cool with that. I think she's great. I think she's got a great voice. It is, yeah, it's definitely a bit of a comfortability curve hearing her again, and just because I haven't heard her in so long, but I love hearing her nonetheless, and I'm happy she's back, bro. I'm happy she's back, and I think she is a good replacement. And yeah, I think, like I said, I love to see her back, and I think she's gonna do some great stuff, bro. She's already been off to a decent start with what we've seen from her on Monday already. So I am cool with that, man. I am cool with that. But I wish Samantha the best. I wish Samantha the best, and I'm glad that they found a good replacement, man. And I'm glad they did not replace her Raw spot with Alicia Taylor, because I am not really a big fan of Alicia Taylor's voice, to be honest, man.
No, I'm not crazy about it. So I'm glad they got Lillian to, replace her spot.
Most definitely, bro. So, um, with the um with the next story, uh, huh. Actually, let's keep the theme of voices and music and whatnot. Def Rebel. Well, first of all, man, WWE. I've been seeing this over the past week. WWE has actually put up that they are hiring for a director of music strategy and operations. It is a full-time position, and you work remote from home or a home office. So if any of you guys are interested in becoming the next Jim Johnston, then
I'm down.
your
Let's do
time
it.
your time is there. I don't know if I could really I don't know if I could really compose music and write lyrics, but I'll 100% take a writing position. I feel like I can write compelling storytelling. I
I
feel.
think you can, man. I think you can definitely. So they got some interesting spots open. If anyone wants to apply, they should put deodorant user in, one of the applicant, requirements. So takes away about most of your wrestling fans that are just gonna apply for no reason. So no, but it's really good that they posted that position for people to, you know, be better than Def Rebel.
Oh, that
Won't
doesn't
be that
fucking take
hard.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, really won't be that hard. So
So with that, with that, so like I said, they have posted for that. But look, man, if I would probably get fired if I was the music composer because I would be giving
hey,
them some
fam,
outlandish
I'll
fucking
be giving them
ideas.
some
Or
crazy shit.
yeah, either that or they would just get pissed off at me giving them songs that you constantly have to like bleep out curse words because like
Mhm.
90% of all the music I listen to has cursing in it. So, you know,
They would not be a fan of me. That
yeah,
would be great.
probably not. I would give some fire suggestions. I just don't know I would give some company worthy
No,
suggestions. Big company worthy
exactly.
suggestions. Okay.
Some big corporate company.
So speaking of Def Rebel, so according to Corey Brennan of Fightful, several WWE talent are frustrated with Def Rebel's methods and the theme songs that they have produced. Several talent have expressed negativity about their current entrance music.
No.
So, okay. Okay.
God,
There we
never
go.
fails.
It never does. It never does. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. Make sure everything's good. All right. Okay. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Um, I guess we'll just start over with that part. Um, she is back. She went away for a while. She actually went away for a
Yeah.
while. She did. I'm
Mm-hmm.
proud of her. I'm proud of her. She hasn't came back. Okay. Corey Brennan of Fightful says several WWE talents are frustrated with Def Rebel's methods and theme songs that they have produced. Several talents have expressed negativity about their current entrance music. If anything, man, I honestly think this just backs more that WWE is getting behind, stepping away from Def Rebel as they clearly they must have got a bag or something because their first couple theme songs were not bad, and they did
They
show a
weren't.
lot of promise, man. I mean, like the NXT Damian Priest song, Io Shirai song, a lot of those songs were Def Rebel tracks, and then as we got into the 2020s decade, which they came
Yeah.
in 2019, so they weren't really giving bangers for much long or for long. And then they decided to drop on us Bobby Lashley's song and Roman Reigns' original song, Head of the Table, and then just dip out. And no, and especially with the talent, obviously we've heard stories about Randy Orton denying remixes and all this sort of thing. It really just goes to show more that WWE is even themselves backing stepping away from Def Rebel, man, because they fucking suck.
No, definitely. They're absolute dog shit, dude. They produce some really bad fucking theme songs, and I think it's been a thing internally for a while. I think it's just finally getting
Yeah,
like
dealt with.
recognized. Yeah, recognized now that deals coming up and that they're gonna look elsewhere, man. So it's good to hear that that everything that comes out about them just goes to show they're moving on from them. So it's nothing but good.
100%. So, several WWE talents, this is according to Fightful, several WWE talents have expressed negativity towards their and frustrations toward their Def Rebel themes. Many WWE stars were reportedly not told why their entrance music was changed from CFO to Def Rebel despite asking. The report notes that the talent spoken to claim that they had no direct contact or even met Def Rebel. One WWE name said they hope for a more personalized and motivated approach to entrance theme music going forward.
Well, that's your whole fucking problem right there. They just made shit for people. They didn't fucking
Yep.
work with the people and make them with them. They just did it for no, problem number one. Very obvious.
100%. And Def Rebel's version of a personalized approach is something recognizable when the theme song first comes on.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's Tiffy time or all raw. They're looking for some, like, if you look at like Jim Johnston, like you can always go back to like interviews of him behind like the thought process of like Stone Cold, and he thought like, okay, Stone Cold is a character who likes chaos. So what is chaotic? Chaotic is glass breaking, right? We have a
Mm-hmm.
dead man, right? What is the first thing? Okay, maybe like a gong, gong, and then like that's Jim Johnson was fucking creative with it, and
Exactly.
then even with his approach to lyrics, he would write songs that fit who this person is. Like he talked about like um with Shane McMahon, the whole "here comes the money" is supposed to it's supposed to symbolize like the like the next era of the McMahons, the money, the brash kid, you know what I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
that was what it was supposed to symbolize, or sort of like, again, him being like, cocky, like a brash kid, I'm the money, like, to sort of make, people hate him, because he's Vince's son. Like, that was the thought process. Jim Johnson was fucking creative, okay? Putting All Rise in the start of a theme song um behind some sort of fucking Frankenstein laugh is not the way to make something recognizable. You know what I mean?
No.
But yeah, but it just I mean, man, or I mean, you could even go into the ruthless aggression era. As Bell says, I hear voices in my head, or I walk for miles inside this pit of danger. Like, he was
Mm-hmm.
just so creative. Okay, he was so creative with certain things, or like, or even CFO was a little bit better. And at least when they put names in the front of their theme songs, it made sense. Like Velveteen Dream, it said Velveteen Dream because he was obsessed with himself. All he was obsessed with was hearing people wanting to hear people say his name. So this theme song was him saying his name. Or Shock the System, you didn't hear the fucking open to their theme song say Undisputed Era.
No, exactly. They came in to shock the system. That's what they did, and so that's what the song started as.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man, but yeah, they I'm excited to see what WWE comes up with. I'm excited to see who they have in mind for I'm excited to see who they have in mind for a music composer, because it's sorely needed in this company, and it is something that has been sorely needed for the past 5 years, 4 or 5 years with Def Rebel, man, and it is just, it is, they have stayed well past their welcome, man. They have got rid of a lot of good theme songs and replaced them with Def Rebel tracks that have absolutely killed a lot of just a lot of aura behind talent, bro.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So, it's just a better way to go, and I'm glad that they're moving on from them. I really am.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Um you know what I mean. Same thing. Same thing. Burning My Light was a banger.
That shit was really good.
Oh, a lot of people prefer that one over Voices, which
I do.
over time, man, Voices has really grown on me, bro, but overall I think I would take Burning My Light over. But Vo- Voices, for the longest time, I wasn't too big of a fan on Voices. I liked it as an entrance music. It just wasn't a song that I would like bump, like how I would bump "Burn in My Light." But But
Like both, but I'd give Burning My Light the edge.
yeah, but even in the PG era, bro, this man Jim John, bro, the Nexus's song, Drew McIntyre had a great song. Um,
So
uh,
many people do.
yeah, Kofi Kingston had a great song. Big E when he was a single. Dolph Ziggler, The Miz. A lot of guys had just banger theme songs, bro, and it was I mean, literally all the way up until he was gone. He was producing bangers, bro. We always talk about it, but this man really dropped a banger for Baron Corbin and then just dipped, and then bro just got
Yeah.
fired.
His
And
last thing, that fire ass song.
man, God, God, man. But no, man. I would say over the past couple of years, man, Voices has really grown on me, and it is a song that I do nowadays. I do catch myself like just bumping in the car just because I really fuck with it. But like, yeah, for the longest time, man, I just always preferred Burning My Light better, which overall I think I still do. But Voices has really grown on me. Um,
I would say.
but and I think you see that. I think you see that too with a lot of fans, as a lot of fans start to sing Voices nowadays. I think it's really grown on people as like a staple theme song, or maybe for a lot of people it's always been. Maybe it's just a me thing. I don't know, but I've found
Hmm.
myself recently taking a liking to Voices a lot more. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, Burning My Light definitely fit like the earlier Randy Orton. It definitely Voices suits who he is now a lot more for sure.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, looks like Def Rebel is going to be on their way out, man, and I am stoked.
Thank God.
Yes. Hmm. Well, I guess we can go ahead and talk about this Vince situation. So, according to Fightful, a lawsuit has been filed against WWE, Vince, and Linda McMahon regarding the Ring Boy scandal. I can't believe I never heard about this until I watched the Vince doc, but I had never heard about the Ring Boy scandal. And you would think I would have, but I had never heard about it until we were watching the Vince docs, okay, and myself. We were watching the Vince doc, and they started talking about this Ring Boy scandal, and I'm thinking, damn, I never heard about this. And now it looks like a lawsuit is being filed against Vince and Linda for said scandal. So there was a statement released. There was a statement released, man, as DeCello, Levitt, and Murphy, Falcon, and Murphy filed a major lawsuit today against World Wrestling Entertainment, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and Linda McMahon, and the TKO Group Holdings on behalf of 5 survivors of sexual abuse. The survivors, John Does 1 through 5, were known within WWE as ring boys, underage boys hired by the organization's ringside announcer and ring crew chief Melvin Phillip Jr.'s to assist with errands and other tasks in preparation for WWE's wrestling shows. The underage ring boys were groomed, exploited, and SA'd by Phillips, who targeted children from broken homes. His SAs occurred not only at the wrestling venues, but also in hotel rooms and other locations where Phillips would shuttle the boys in plain sight. Defendants were fully aware of the systematic and pervasive abuse and did nothing to prevent it or stop it. The FBI previously identified 10 ring boys abused by Phillips. But there are likely countless others who have suffered in silence for decades. The bravery of our and I quote, the bravery of our clients, we finally have a chance to hold accountable those who allowed and enabled to open the rampant SA of these young boys, said Greg Gutzler, a partner at DeCello Levitt, who is leading the legation. Who is leading the litigation. There are many aware of the SA abuse of the Ring Boys and did nothing to prevent it or stop it. It is simply unconscionable. The survivors of the recently learned depth and of knowledge that the McMahons had about what was going on had my bad. I just completely butchered that. The survivors only recently learned of the depth of the knowledge that that the McMahons and the WWE had about what had happened to them, and that the SA in the company had started at the top with the McMahons. The filing of Grant v WWE. That's, I don't know. That might be some sort of case number or something. The acquisition of WWE by TKO and the ouster of Vince McMahon as CEO have provided new insights. In the possibility of coming forward without incurring the retribution and intimidation of the McMahons. The information, along with recent abuse laws, has allowed them to pursue justice in this suit. Wow. Well, first, I'm glad that these 5 men have came forward and decided to take action to seek whatever it is they're seeking for emotional and physical whatever damages. And I'm also glad Vince continues to be buried in lawsuits, because that is exactly what he fucking deserved. And again, this is a reason why, for as much as people do say want to say good things about Vince McMahon, these are certain things you cannot take off of his plate. He ruined his own life by ruining other people's lives, and that is exactly what should have happened to him. Because again, people have, like it says in there, people have suffered in silence for years. This is something that obviously should be taken very seriously, because it's a serious thing. And again, I'm glad that these guys have came forward and again want justice. And I'm also glad Vince McMahon is continuing to get buried in lawsuits, bro, because this is what he deserves. These are the kind of people he brings into his company. They even said in the Vince doc, everybody knew that Mel Phillips Jr. was a predator. He was a predator on young boys. Why the fuck was he even brought into the company in the fucking first place? If Vince McMahon didn't have some sort of knowledge of it. He did.
Oh, yeah.
Did. And like it says, he exploited it. They knew about it. They didn't give a fuck about it. And now they're getting exactly what they deserve. This is what he deserves. And again, people have suffered. He ruined a lot of people's lives, and the fact that it's coming back to bite him back in the ass nowadays makes me happy, because this is something that absolutely should happen. This absolutely should happen, and he absolutely should be continued to be buried in lawsuits, because it's inexcusable, bro. It's inexcusable. And again, people can talk all day about the good he did for the business, but at the end of the day, man, this guy is a guy who ruined a lot of people's lives for no fucking reason. So, yeah.
Exactly, man. It's very unfortunate that that all happened in the first place. But I'm glad with, everything that came out, and like the document said, with the, Grant case, that inspired them to come out and realize, like, damn,
Yep.
Vince, if he was doing that, he knew the whole time. So glad they're coming out and they're suing him. And the Linda involvement is really interesting. That could point to, reasons for their separation and all that. But it's nothing. It's good that that justice is, finally being slapped onto Vince McMahon and the people around him, man. I'm glad that he's, getting lawsuit after lawsuit. And I hope he's buried in them forever until, he is buried. So hopefully all his past and all his crimes will continue to come out and haunt him forever. And I hope, justice is served with this man. So hope everything goes well.
For sure, for sure. And I hope I hope all five of them get what they're looking for, man. So yeah, another one, guys. We got another one.
Crazy.
Um Moving on to more of show news for the WWE. There is if I could find, okay. According to the Sunday Times, they report via the West Australian, WWE is in negotiations with the Cook government for a Perth, Australia, for a return, to Perth, Australia, which is believed to be in the second half of 2025.
Hmm.
It's sort of interesting that WWE is going back there so soon. Only a year. I mean, I guess it is a year and a half, but I thought they would have tried to check out somewhere else, maybe Sydney, Australia, Melbourne, Australia. It's interesting that they're going back to Perth. Um, so, but then again, they did get a great turnout in the
Mhm.
stadium that they went to for I think it was called Optus Stadium, the stadium that they went to for Elimination Chamber. They got a great turnout and they put on a great show. And overall I think it is a good idea. It just does shock me they're going back to Perth again without I thought for sure WWE would either want to do Sydney or Melbourne. But looks like they're going back to Perth, and hey, the more international shows the merrier, so I'm cool with it and I'm excited to see what they do. I'm really excited to see what they do for just shows, just the summer shows for next year's 2020, for the summer of 2025.
Definitely, man. Definitely. That's very exciting. It's intriguing that they're going to the same exact, spot. Um, so close to the last time they did that, but I'm okay with it. It turned out a good show and turned out a great crowd, so I'm down with it, man. And, I'm sure Australia's down with it too, so it's going to be interesting to see what they get.
Yes. Speaking of the show that WWE actually took to Perth, Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber 2025. We have an update on the whole situation. So we brought to you guys a couple weeks ago that the initial talk was for the show to be held in Birmingham, London, or Manchester. And the talk for those initial three locations of Birmingham, London, and Manchester have cooled off. They have cooled off. The UK will focus on holding a bigger pay-per-view down the road, which is
I
what
wonder which one that is.
I was going to say. When we were talking about this initially, one of the things I shot down, just off a guess, was London. Was it being
Hmm.
London? Because I just couldn't believe that WWE would bring an Elimination Chamber to London. I thought London's top priority would be
Mania.
would be WrestleMania.
Hmm.
So that came as a shock to me in general, but it seems as if our prediction was right. The show is currently slated for the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Canada.
Hmm.
And this is all via WrestleVotes Radio. Didn't they just go to Toronto? Yes, they did, for Money in the Bank. Um,
Yeah. Hmm.
well, I have one of two requests.
Okay.
Don't go to Toronto. I would rather see
Mhm.
them go back to Montreal. I thought Montreal was where they did
Better
Elimination
crowd.
Chamber 2023. I thought that crowd was just nuts. I would like to see them go back there. And if you do go to Toronto, you got to make Not Like Us the theme song for the show.
You have to. It only makes sense. You have to. But it seems like solid location overall. Like you said, I think Montreal would be better. I think they turned out a better crowd, but it was like a Sami Zayn involved show, and it was like prime Bloodline, so that might have caused the crowd to be better than your usual Toronto crowd. So who knows? But not a bad location nonetheless,
No,
and very interesting. And I'm down.
most definitely. Most definitely, man. But yes, not that Toronto is a bad venue at all. But I would. They were just in Toronto, and WWE's very. They WWE always wants to, they always want to nail down, just new spots. They don't like going back to the same place too soon for those kind of shows. So the fact that they're bringing something so soon back to Toronto when it would be less than a year since they brought Money in the Bank. I mean, what would that be? Maybe like 8 months, and they would be back in Toronto. I would rather just them wait. To be honest, I would rather
Hmm.
them wait to go back to Toronto. Not that Toronto's a bad crowd by any means, but I personally would just like to see them go somewhere else where they haven't gone in a while. Um, but but yeah, man. So nonetheless, it is still going to be interesting, man, and I'm always going to be interested to see what they do for the Elimination Chamber. As you know, obviously it's the final pay per view before WrestleMania, and it will be John Cena's last Elimination Chamber. So yeah,
Crazy.
going to be interesting
Gonna be real interesting, man, but I'm down for it nonetheless.
for sure. Speaking of more big shows for WWE, Saturday night's main event, according to the Observer. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens and Gunther versus Damian Priest are both slated but not etched in stone for Saturday night's main event in December. Um I would like Gunther and Damian Priest a lot better on Saturday night's main event than I would
Yeah,
on Survivor Series.
definitely. I love that idea. Let me not be able to see that.
For sure. For sure. As for Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, I honestly thought that would have been a nice little undercard match for Survivor Series.
I think that would have. I hope they do it at Survivor Series.
Yeah, I think that would be nice. Maybe you do Cody and Kevin 2 at Survivor Series,
Hmm.
and then you do Cody and Kevin 3 at Saturday night's main event. Maybe that's something you do.
Like that?
Um, but yeah, as for Damian Priest and Gunther, I would much rather that take place on Saturday night's main event than a Survivor Series. I mean, again, maybe it could happen at both, but um, I really think whenever we see Punk back, he's immediately going to go for the World Heavyweight Championship. So I
Hmm.
think we do see that at Saturday night's main event because I something just tells me Punk's going to be in the Rumble match. I really feel they're going to try to stack this Rumble match to the brim.
Just go crazy. I think so. It's like Cena's last year and shit. So I definitely see them going crazy with the Rumble this year, man. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna be very intrigued. But definitely, I like that idea. For Gunther. I like that plan for what they do, at Saturday Night Main Event. And I would prefer, like you said, KO and Cody at the actual pay-per-view Survivor Series, but we'll see how it goes down, man. It's building up very, very intriguing.
Most definitely, man. So more big news or more news on big shows for WWE. WrestleMania 41. Oh wow. Okay.
Yep.
Well, there has been a seating chart price map going
Boy,
around on the Bird app, and oh brother.
I mean X.
Yeah. Here it is as you can see on your screen. What the fuck?
Yeah,
And I believe this is just for one night. I think.
that's insane, bro. That is insane. You're
As you
buying a
can
used
see,
fucking car.
you ain't lying. As you can see, the nosebleeds, the purple section, are listed at an MSRP for $450. So for both nights, that would be $1,000 for nosebleed seats.
Sit in the nosebleeds, like, bro.
Um, wow. Also, as you can see, as you go down into the 100 section, for both nights, you the brown seating, you can see there's even some brown seating that is a nosebleed for $1,000. So that would be about $2,000 a night, or $2,000 for both nights. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if you look at the nice seats, which is the seats I feel that we would try to be looking at for WrestleMania, those like purple or like pink seats,
Yeah,
1,400.
$1,400 a night. Oh, dog.
So that would be about 2,100 for both nights. And then obviously as you go down to the untouchable seats, the orange, the green, the baby blue seats, you're looking at, it says
Or
10,000 plus, but I have seen them going for about 18,000 ringside.
yeah, like
18,
that is
20
just
grand.
you gotta be balling to be able to go to one of the. And think about it, half the time when you're looking like at the ringside of WrestleMania,
Mhm.
that's where whole families be sitting, bro. What do these families do to afford that shit? And how can I get in on that? Because dog, you're spending like at least like probably around 11 to like you said 18 each person each night. Bro, that's a house.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there just fucking not popping at anything during the show. What are you doing, bro?
Man. Yeah. So, you know, truly don't even know what to say. I had a feeling this was coming. I really, really did. I had a feeling that they would start to trend more towards the Super Bowl type prices for the WrestleManias, as Super Bowls do. Actually, I think Super Bowls are. I think Super Bowls are actually like double the price. I believe like close seats
Yeah,
at a Super Bowl are like 50K. Um,
yeah, those are insane. That's like it's literally like only celebrities and rich fucking people at those at like that thing.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, nobody is able to afford that. And even if you do have the
No,
money and you choose to
you
spend
ain't
it on that, I seriously question your
but
motives. Unless,
literally,
yeah, like you said, unless you're some sort of celebrity that's just got money to fucking blow, just got 50K to just blow, just because. Um, now, yeah, this looks like the reality, man. This looks like the reality of the situation. I mean, again, I can sit here and tell you guys that I truly think WWE should reconsider this, because they should, you know, want
and
diehard fans as opposed to just celebrities. But the way the company's going and the business model of the company, especially the way UFC is, and how often UFC likes to have celebrities, you know, kind of sitting towards the cage more, and you know, you always see celebrities sitting there. This does seem like a model that WWE is going to want to go with, and this looks like a reality, man. So if we do want to go to WrestleMania, looks like we're going to be sitting in them brown or them yellow seats, because holy fuck, that's a lot of fucking money.
yeah, man, because that the prices are for both nights thing. That could literally mean either of the or. It could either mean they're for each night or they're for both. If it's for both, that's not too bad. 1,400 for both nights is doable. That's not bad. But if it's just one night at a time, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Um, but like, dude, they do the superstore. They're probably making fucking tens of millions off that merch store for that fucking week of WrestleMania. So it's like, what? You, I think you could bump those ticket prices down a tad bit, at least, man. Please. My God.
Yeah.
And this is Vegas too. I think that could be another element. I think if it was like obviously the Minnesota, one that we should have got, man, I think that one could have been a little better in prices overall. This is Vegas at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Definitely, man. So, yeah, like I said, bro, these um yeah, the ticket prices are they are they are something, man. They are something for sure. This is definitely what I expected. And also too, one thing to take into account, Ticketmaster's dynamic pricing model is a big reason why there's been a huge increase in WrestleMania 41 tickets. The pricing model allows high in demand tickets to be sold for a higher premium price. The pre-sale tickets are doubled and near tripled by day to day, because a lot of these, like and that's why I was mentioning these brown and these yellow seats. I was mentioning or I was seeing the 2-day package for both seats, for that like brown or that pink, or the yellow type sections, um going for upwards of 2,500 for both nights. So yeah, it looks like that is it looks like, at least from what I was seeing and the way Ticketmaster's dynamic pricing model is going, is these tickets are the prices for one night. They probably started off as the price for
Pretty
both nights, but because of the dynamic pricing and how in demand these are, they've went up. So yeah, it looks like, yeah, if you want a WrestleMania nowadays, bro, them nosebleeds for both nights are going to be upwards of 900 to $1,000.
Which really sucks with that Ticketmaster and just third party system. Like, I get it's there because, the company could just say, yeah, our tickets are worth this much per, make the price crazy. So, you got to buy it from them, which is, same thing that like the dealership system works. But I think and nowadays, it turned in the reverse where I would just rather buy it from the person directly. I would just rather buy it from WWE. I think they would give a better price than a Ticketmaster would. So let me buy it from them. Same thing with a fucking new car nowadays. You go to a dealership, that shit, they'll sell you a $30,000 car for like 60. It's crazy,
Mm-hmm.
dog.
Definitely, definitely, man. So, yep, this is the seating arrangement for WrestleMania, and it's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good for us. It's not looking good for us.
No.
Just
Normal people.
yes, normal people who just are trying to go to a WrestleMania. And if this is the price for a Vegas Mania, I'm actually quite scared to see what any sort of international
Man,
WrestleMania is going to be, because
man,
with travel packages and all the money that, I already know it's going to be insane. I already know it
oh,
is.
it's gonna fucking be insane.
Yeah.
You gotta buy the merch for it, man.
Fuck, man. The fucking merch. God damn.
God damn.
Yeah. So that is the seating chart and the news on WrestleMania, man. So if you guys are looking to go to a WrestleMania, it looks like our time has our time for affordable WrestleManias has passed us by. So yeah.
God damn.
Because honestly, old WrestleMania prices are probably what we would have. Or old WrestleMania prices are probably around what we paid for Survivor Series. You could have probably got into a
Probably.
WrestleMania with that ticket price.
I think so. And it's really not bad.
Yeah, no, not at all. For a Mania, $400 or $500. All right, whatever. Um, but yeah, man. Again, and I mean, look, I expected to spend about 1,000 to 1,200 a ticket, but
Both nights.
man, that price
Oh,
for both that doubled, tripled.
mm,
Fuck,
insane.
that
Get the
is,
fuck out of
bro.
here.
It is, man. All right. to sour the mood out here for a little bit, according to WrestleVotes live Q&A, WWE has plans for Goldberg in the future.
Please don't do this, dude. Don't subject fucking Gunther to this, bro. Please. No one likes Goldberg. He sucks. He can't wrestle. He's washed. Why?
I've already seen the rumors of him costing Gunther the match against Cody. If Gunther takes the fucking pin, which I could actually very well see that happening just based off the fact that they want Cody to beat a guy legit like Gunther before he gets to The Rock. Bro.
Bro, just have him. Not Gunther, bro. I'm sorry.
No. Do not. That would be on the level. Nah, no, it won't. Well, if you had Goldberg lose to Gunther, that would be on the level of what they did to Bray. But having Goldberg cost Gunther the match against Cody is already a fucked up scenario in itself. But bro,
literally,
I'm telling you right now, Triple H, bro, do not do that, bro. Please, for the love of God, don't.
Mm-mm.
First of all, Vince promised him a retirement match. He didn't get it. Oh, fucking well. Go to AEW. Go do what you got to do. I don't care. He obviously it didn't work out with AEW, and now he's back here at Triple H, bro. Why? Out of all the times you can be a shitty person and not give this guy what he was promised, it's now.
It's like, dude, just don't answer the call. Leave him on ignore, bro.
I'm leaving him on red, 100%. I'm keeping the read receipts on.
Exactly. I'm keeping the read receipts on. I'm never leaving the group chat. I'm just looking at what he posts. Like, bro, nah, dog, I ain't doing that.
I'm letting him type and type and type until he leaves the group chat.
Exactly.
Come on, man. That's what I'm doing to Goldberg, bro. I'm leaving him. I'm leaving him. I'm not even leaving him on red. I'm leaving him on delivered. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even care to look at your text, bro. Okay, bro. Do not do that to Gunther, bro. Do not fucking do that to Gunther. Nobody gives a shit about Goldberg and Gunther. I do not care about Goldberg and anybody.
Anybody.
I don't
care about Goldberg.
Dude, oh man. I do not want to see this guy back, bro. I just do not. I don't care, bro. I don't care to see Goldberg back. They need to keep him as far away from WWE. This is the kind of shit that we are supposed to have been moving away from.
Is news like this of Goldberg scares and whatnot. There should be long in the past.
Yes. Do you know how many years we had to deal with this kind of shit, bro? Years and from 2017 all the way up until his match with Roman Reigns, which I believe was in early 2022. What is that? 5-6 years, something along those lines. Dude, keep him away. I do not want to see this man, bro. I do not care for WWE to have plans for Goldberg, and when I seen him, the vibe at our watch party for Bad Blood, when we all fucking seen Goldberg in the front row, the vibe in the room was just what literally. The fuck? Why is he here? This is awful. I don't care to see him back, bro. Not one bit.
Oh, it's absolute garbage, man, and I hope we do not see him back. I really don't.
Yeah. This is just... Goldberg. What the fuck? Hopefully we don't get to see it, bro, but we might. We genuinely might, bro. And I'm not ready for. We did our time, bro. Okay, we did our 5 years locked up. Okay,
Mhm.
we are out. We are out of jail now. Okay, we are done. Okay, I do not want any more Goldberg scares on my television screen.
Literally, man. I really don't.
Although it is hilarious if they do bring him back with a match against Gunther, because the WWE knows damn well that they are going to let Gunther completely verbally bury this man into oblivion on his farewell.
Oh, yeah. He'll have to, man. It's the only fucking soulless in this.
So, moving on to some AEW news. Bandito. According to Wrestle Purist, Bandito was backstage at AEW Dynamite this week, and he was telling people that he is ready to go. Okay. This could be a good thing. This also could be a very bad thing. This could be a good thing because Bandito is one of the cooler luchadors that they do have on the show. It could be a bad thing because Tony Khan could want to lump him in with some sort of LFI, or I see
Mhm.
people wanting him in the learning tree. I
What?
I don't
You do
understand
that?
why. Well, according to AEW fans, it's because they already have the bounty hunter in the group. So why don't they get the bandit?
Oh
Are
my
you people
fucking
fucking
god.
stupid? I mean,
Yes.
honestly.
You're really fucking dumb, dude.
Short, yeah, short
Mm.
answer, yes. Yes, they are. Okay. Bandito, please do not fucking subject him to the learning tree. For the love of God, do not subject him to the learning tree. That is one of the
As
most
it says it.
that yes, they're that you might as well not even fucking bring him back if that's your plan. However, with Bandito, I honestly see this being a case of Tony Khan finding okay, he don't use Roosh. Okay, just to
No.
put that into perspective. Tony Khan has moved on. Okay, he has moved on to the Beast Morton, and he has moved on to Hologram. And he has moved on. So it's very concerning as to what they're even going to do with Bandito upon bringing him back. Because
Mhm.
I honestly don't think it'll be too much, and I think Tony Khan, I think Tony Khan will probably has moved on from him.
I think he is. He again. We always describe Tony Khan, the kid with his new toys. He forgot it. This toy broke. His mom sent it back to the manufacturer to fix it. They got it back, and he's not gonna care about it because he's got his new toys. He's got Holodork and Beast Mordo, and that's all he wants. And those are his favorite toys right now. So he's not gonna use Bandito. He's gonna fucking return them at something, and we won't see him ever again, man. That's all it's gonna be.
Yes, which sucks because Bandito is actually like again one of the better luchadors that they have, and the guy speaks English.
Yeah, he can talk. He
I've heard
can
him
cut a
talk.
promo.
I've talked
Hmm.
to him. I have a picture with Bandito from like 6 years ago. Excuse me. I have a picture with Bandito. He can talk, so
Hmm.
get him on the mic. He can be a legitimate face. Not saying that these guys that don't talk can't be legitimate faces, but AEW doesn't even put them in a position where
Oh,
they have them cut promos with subtitles. They just don't have them say anything, or they fucking growl at a monitor.
exactly. Like, dude, they literally his Tony Khan's two favorite luchadors are one that doesn't talk. He's a mute Power Ranger, and the other one is a Minotaur that just roars and growls. That's not good television. Put these people that can speak any language, put subtitles, I don't care. I
Yeah.
can read. And if I'm at a live show, Oh well, I'll learn what he said afterwards. I'll just
Yeah,
be there to experience the live promo. Who cares? Just let him speak whatever language he speak. You do it to Takeshna, and it's cool. I'm down with it.
yeah.
Let him speak his language. I don't care. Put a subtitle in. I'll figure out what it means. I can read. I'm okay with that. Like, dog, would you get somebody that fucking roars? It's like, dog,
Roar.
fucking
Roar,
roars.
roar, roar. To the monitor, says Beast Morton. Bro,
Genuinely, Bell? I wouldn't be surprised. I could see that.
I could see that. I could. I could very well see that. I could very well see that. Yeah. But, um, yeah, and again, his two favorite luchadors, again, they can't, to my knowledge, they can't speak English, and he doesn't. Again, that's not even the part of the problem because he doesn't even have them talk if they wanted to. Look at
Yeah.
uh Stephanie Vaquer on Wednesday. They had her cut promos, and a little bit of it was like broken English, but she was speaking
Hmm.
Spanish and there was subtitles. What did they fucking do to Nakamura when he was in that feud with Seth Rollins? They had him speak Japanese and there was subtitles.
As simple as that. It's literally that simple. Most of your audience is watching the show. They're really obviously, especially with AEW, it's a small portion that's live watching the show. With AEW, you get about 2,000 of them. So, most of your viewers are watching it on a screen. Just put the subtitles for whatever language they speak. That's all you have to do. It's literally the simplest solution ever.
Yep. 100%. And then if he does brush up on his English and he is, okay enough to if he is okay enough to get out there in front of a live audience and formulate a sentence in English, then put him out there. But if not, just do backstage promo shots.
Yeah, it's really not that difficult to work around it.
Yes.
But Tony Khan just doesn't. He chooses people that fucking roar or just literally don't make any noise.
A
It's
mute
just
Power Ranger.
that's what he is. He is a mute Power Ranger. How can I get behind that? Like, what in a wrestling sense can I get behind? I don't care. He does all the same things that every other luchador does in the ring. So what's special about him? Nothing. Good
Nothing at
lord.
all. Yes,
Please
and
do that.
yes, thank you, Bell. While Stephanie Vaquer, or as they call her, Stephanie Vaquer, was speaking Spanish, Julie is right next to her speaking fucking Japanese. And again,
You know?
like Sir K said, to even prove the point further, they have fucking Takeshita speak Japanese.
Well, and it's cool. Everyone loves people are literally all I see, around Takeshna is that man should be 10 times the bigger star that he is in AEW currently.
Yes,
Everyone's cool with it. People love the guy. He's a great fucking talent that has all the potential, and they let him just do that because well, that's the way you do it. Let I don't get it, dude. I hope they use Bandito. I don't think they will. I genuinely think he might just be stuck in that Roosh group with the with the idiot, and they'll call it a day.
yeah, and their manager, they do
Jake
have their
the Snake.
manager Jake the Snake, the Luchador legend.
Yeah,
Um,
let's have fucking JBL fucking be the manager for the LWO. Let's just have that
what?
happen.
What?
Uh, God.
Okay. Speaking of the mute Power Ranger, AEW's hologram has confirmed he suffered an injury during his match at Wrestle Dream with the Beast Morton. He says via Galley Lucha Libre, the bad news is I will not be able to appear on the October 27th show. Believe me that I was looking forward to that show and defending his title, the Galley indisputable title. Okay. But I got injured and I will be out for some weeks I would be I would be with you I would be with you all if it were up to me, but that's not the case per advice from the medics. And so I will be able to have I will have to postpone the match against the Beast Morton. The slightly good news is I won't be out for that long, just about 2 weeks.
Okay, that sucks, man.
It does.
Hope he's healed up and hope he, recovers good, man. And I hope this doesn't it's not a thing that a lot of people go through where they get a little injury, take a little time off, then come back, but they're not fully healed. So over time it gets worse and worse. Hope it doesn't turn into one of those because those are very common nowadays
Yeah.
with the schedule these promoters put these people on. So hope everything goes well with that. And all this shows to me that this man can actually talk. So why is he a mute Power Ranger?
Yes. I don't know. So obviously he got injured in his match with the Beast Morton at Wrestle Dream, and and that sucks. I obviously do not wish this on anybody, man. Even the mute Power Ranger, I would not wish this on because um again, he's a great talent. I just wish AEW would work better at hiding his flaws
Right.
and presenting him better. And again, not even not hiding the flaws isn't the wrong words. Working around his flaws, which
Yeah,
obviously, if he can't speak English, there's things you could do to work around that. AEW
yeah.
does not. They decided to make him a mute Green Ranger. So that is I guess it's not morphin time for hologram, and I guess it's not going to be morphin time for the next couple of weeks. But when we do get him back, hopefully AEW works on his presentation and
Uh,
having him, I
I-
hopefully soon we can see him don the big H again.
Hopefully, man, because I've apparently seen, in Twitter, clips and tweets, of AEW fans that, watch Collision and shit, which couldn't be me, but, those type of fans. Apparently his gimmick is that he is a hologram and that, like, before his matches, people will try, like, poke him to see if he's real or something. I don't fucking know. I guess his gimmick is that he is an actual hologram. I don't know, man. Would have worked back then. Doesn't work nowadays. I don't. He's a hologram. Can Tony Khan be a hologram so he doesn't exist to write these shows anymore?
Tony, how the fuck did you come up with that one? What?
He is a hologram.
He is a
What?
hologram. What? Come
Dude,
on,
Tony
bro.
Khan.
What the
Man, dude,
fuck?
that man's brain is just fried from work,
Uh,
his schedule, and his favorite thing, which we all know. That
yeah,
man's
we
brain
know.
is absolutely fried.
It's not if we were to put it in hologram terms, it's not the big H, it's the big C, is Tony
Big
Khan's
C,
favorite
man.
thing. Yes.
Oh, man. Fucking A. Because, goddamn, a hologram.
Poke
I'm gonna
him
give
to
you.
see if he's real. I feel like ending the stream right now.
I, I remember seeing a clip before of like a collision match or something where Orange Cassidy like poked him to see if he was real because he's a hologram. And I closed Twitter. I was like, okay, this is my cue to go do something
Are
else.
you telling me he's not from here?
He's out of this world.
That's right.
Dude, I need him to do that promo in the middle of the ring, in front of someone, and I need the other person to like look in the direction
Look up
that he
with him.
points.
Oh,
Yeah,
bro.
and be like, "What are we looking at?" I need that so much.
He's out of this world.
He's out of this world.
Got to point
Can I
up.
be? I wish I was out of this world when it was fucking on Wednesday nights at
Yeah.
7 o'clock.
I wish I was a fucking hologram at 7 o'clock every fucking Wednesday night.
He's a hologram.
Tony, how the fuck how the fuck did you come up with like what? How did you come up with this and think it was a good idea? Let's make him a
I
Let's make
think
him a
we all know
mute Green Ranger.
he's a hologram.
That had to be some sort of
He,
hallucination or something. It had to have been.
Man was you know how like they portray holograms as like like a hologram. He's
Mhm.
probably off the shits, and when some people off the shits they see like multiple people, kind of like a VHS effect kind of thing.
Yeah.
Probably what he saw one day. He was like, "That's a gimmick for somebody. I'm gonna do that with somebody that looks like a hologram," and the hologram was born.
Yep. He was probably like he was probably looking at like a sign like a business sign. Like, oh, let's
Mhm.
starts with an H. He was probably looking at like a fucking Harold's Chicken sign, and it was lit up at night. And in his acid trip, he just sees like a fuck ton of H's from the Herald sign.
Yeah.
He's looking at, I'm like, man, somebody's got to wear a big
Shit,
H. Oh shit, man. So
it looks like a hologram. Hologram.
100%. He was looking at a fucking Harold's Chicken sign, and it was a fucking. He was on an acid trip. And he was like, hologram. That looks like a portal, like some sort of hologram.
Coming through the portal.
An immortal
Fucking
coming through the portal. Hologram.
hologram.
What the fuck, Tony?
Dude, it's so bad. It's great. How do you can't come up with that? A normal sober mind cannot come up with hologram. I'm gonna tell you that.
If that isn't the most 80s bullshit I've ever seen in my entire life, bro. Um
Uh,
anyways, hologram is injured. I wish him the best, man, and hope he can get back to doing what he loves. But back to yes, but as for Bandito, truly, dude, I don't know. I don't know what
dang,
is next for him, bro, because
Tony
Tony,
Khan does it.
yes, Tony, you already know Tony has no idea, bro. You already know. Um
He has
yeah.
no clue what to do with them, so he'll come back. He'll do whatever Tony Khan figures out that week, and that's all we'll see.
So, um yeah, I also, like I said, I also think Tony Khan just found luchadors he likes better, which is again
Mhm.
going back to the Lucha Bros. Why I really genuinely don't understand why he felt the need to keep them, other than being petty,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we know you're not going to use them, bro. You do not, like, you're not going to use these guys. Like, why are you keeping them? We already
no,
know you moved on and you found two other luchadors that you adore, and then Ray Phoenix and Pentagon are just going to have to be in the company for another 10 months. At least Phoenix is.
good lord.
According to Wrestle Purists, Chris Jericho's current AEW deal is up in 2025. No injury time or anything is set to be added as it stands. This is interesting, bro, because
Could this be it?
could this be it? Or also, too, Jericho has always stated, like, you get to a certain point in these companies where you just know there's nothing left to do.
And there's nothing left for him to do. Maybe he dips. Maybe he goes back.
Does he go back to WWE? Could this provide an interesting something interesting for Jericho to do? I don't know. Honestly, bro, if Jericho wanted to, bro, next year, if he wanted to hang it up, I would genuinely be fine with it, man. Which it
Oh,
says there's
good.
no injury time added, which I guess is cool because I genuinely don't remember Jericho ever getting injured.
Oh, I don't remember. I mean, half the time he has a weird schedule due to like the cruise and
Like
Fozzy and
Fozzy,
all that
yeah.
shit. So he has a weird schedule in general. So he very well may have been injured like in there. But with his schedule anyway, he's not always there, obviously. So wonder why he's not adding time to his contract though.
Now I remember when he had the pulmonary embolism, but I don't think they would consider that as injury time.
No,
You
I don't
know,
think they
that's
have
more
time.
like a medical emergency.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but Jericho's not getting time added. But again, I genuinely don't remember Jericho ever having to be out for an extensive period of time due to injury. I could be gone, or I could be, I could be wrong. I mean, but oh, Tony Khan's gone, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I genuinely don't remember. But whatever Jericho decides to do, man, I mean, I'll be there to watch it. But if I were to give, my 2 cents, man, I really think he should look into, if he doesn't want to hang it up, I would take a long break, and when he comes back, and whenever he comes back, I would hang it up, because
Mhm.
it's a getting time, man. And I think Jericho, as a creative mind, I think he can help a lot of people flex their creative muscle, because as much as we don't like what he's doing right now, he's a
He's
very
creative.
creative mind, and he's always very creative, and he's a story-driven guy, and I think his value backstage in AEW could be great,
He's
and
way
he
more.
is one of those guys that is there for the betterment of the company. And again, as much
He
as we
does.
don't like the learning tree, Jericho is there for Jericho is there for the betterment of AEW, and he's a very creative guy, and I think he can help a lot of these people write promos, flesh out their
Mhm.
stories, and I think he can come up huge for AEW, man.
I think he can. I think he really can. I think his value is backstage, and I people like him overall backstage, and even with like the learning tree shit. To us, it's absolute garbage, but to him, he genuinely thinks he's like helping their characters by doing all this, which he's not. But there's no, it's not a selfish thing. It really is just he thinks this is good shit that's like helping them, and it's not. But
Yeah, his
he's a really
intentions
great
are
mind.
pure.
Exactly, he has good intentions, and I think that would be better stated when it's just a strictly backstage role, just helping people.
100%. 100%,
What's up,
man.
Toronto? How
My
you
man.
doing, man?
Hey!
Good God, fuck it, a.
um, Speaking of more deals, Pretty Ricky Starks. Oh, brother.
Please.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Especially because I feel I know where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Starks' AEW contract is reportedly not expiring anytime soon, according to Fightful. I,
Dog.
I know exactly where this is going. I just know, if they thought Ricky Starks, and again, this is an educated guess, if Ricky Starks was supposed to be up in the summer of 2024, like the rumor was, or the fall of 2024, he came into AEW in the summer of 2020. Probably signed a 4-year deal, but we all know Ricky Starks has sat out for a little bit of time with some injuries.
I
And
think they
if
got added.
and if I'm making an educated guess, I think Ricky Starks was up in the summer of 2024 because he came on in the summer of 2020. I think he got some injury time added. That's
I
my
think he
guess,
did.
and I think we're going to see that coming to the light, bro. But how you feeling about this, man?
Oh, it's so unfortunate and so unfair, dude. There literally should be a rule. If you instated it for one person, do it for everybody. And if you're not doing it for one, don't do it for anybody. And it's just so bullshit that people get added time just simply wanting to move on with their career and just move on. They're
Yep.
getting stuck in a company they don't want to be in. They don't get used. They weren't getting used when they were doing stuff for the company. It's a bad situation. It's a very bad look for Tony Khan. I don't know why he continues to do this. So I hope I hope it's up soon. I hope they didn't add a lot of time, but you never know with AEW and with Tony Khan, man. So hopefully it's up soon. And hopefully, as quick as possible, we could get this man out of here. Him, Phoenix, Wardlow, like Bell says, free all these people, dude. Because that's bullshit.
Like I said last week, why didn't you add time to Bryan Danielson's contract?
Why didn't you add time to Jeff Hardy's contract? Why didn't you add time to. Obviously, we just talked about it. They're not adding time to Jericho's contract. And apparently, there was an injury or two in there. It's a pattern.
So it's very interesting because what's a common theme? So, okay, let me ask you, what's a common theme between Ricky Starks and the Lucha Bros?
Hmm. Hmm. I think it's oh yeah, they're leaving to go to a different company. A company,
Oh, which
not just
one?
any company. It's it's a small company, man. Um
Mm.
oh, it's the rival or their rival, at least on AEW side. Um WWE, Tony Khan's
Oh.
rival. And then Tony
Oh.
Khan's not too happy with that. And he's jealous that he's losing talent to them, even though anytime he gets talent from them or gets a free agent that they wanted, he brags it in, on Twitter and in
Yep.
their face.
Oh, we're a free agent war. We're a
We're
free
free
agent.
agent war, we're winning the war. They can't get free agents like we do. Like, bro,
Yeah, because you
but
throw a bag like what
people
you
aren't coming for you, coming for your
no.
money.
Yes, they don't give a fuck.
Like it's like when, super rich fucking football players will, marry some random 30-year-old lady. It's like, dog, they ain't there for you. It's obvious. Do you not see that?
Dude, and the thing that pisses me off about AEW doing this is you're in a position where you constantly brag that you have the best roster in the world. You're
Special.
not using these guys. And if you really had the best roster in the world, it really shouldn't be that big of a loss, right? Because
Yeah,
if you lose, I mean, even when you do lose a bigger name, even when you lose a name
hella
like
big.
Brian or you lose a name like Jericho, since you have this we're the best wrestle roster like you say you do, why don't you
Shouldn't
just
sweat
have the
it.
next guy step up?
Yeah. You lose Ricky. You got Daniel Garcia that's fucking stayed with you for some ungodly reason.
Yep.
You got Jack Perry. You got people that could fill that spot that this person leaving filled, but you're not using them. Or in a case for like tag teams like Ray Phoenix, you lost Lucha Bros. You got Private Party. Build them up. Now you're
Huh.
teasing to split them up.
Oh,
Talk about that
uh,
Monday, man.
I got a better one. I got a better one. You lose the Lucha Bros. You have GYV step up. Where
Where
the
are they?
fuck are they at?
You signed them? Yeah, we've seen them for a week or two. Haven't fucking seen them since. Normal ass Tony Khan bullshit.
What the fuck? These guys debuted at All In and they feud with FTR, lose, and they're gone?
What is the
What?
point of signing with AEW besides money? That's all you can offer. You don't offer we're the best wrestle. You offer your dad's wallet.
Are you serious, man? Have people step up. Ah, shit, we lost the Lucha Bros. Oh, you know what? We got GYV coming in. You know, oh man, how about we use this opportunity to have a team like Private Party step up? How about we do that? Ah, shit, we lost Ricky Starks. Who's another young guy we can have step up and blossom into a superstar? Okay, what about Daniel Garcia? Okay, what about um God,
Oh,
what about Lee Moriarty? What about Hook? What about oh shit, we lost Brian Danielson. All right, let's elevate Darby Allen. Let's elevate to a main event stat or to the world title picture now.
mhm.
Okay, well who's going to take Darby Allen's place as one of the next guys up? Okay, what about fucking man, what are we doing with Keith Lee? Let's use Keith. Oh, what the fuck are we doing with Malachi Black? Let's do something with
Uh,
him. Oh
you
shit.
have
The Lucha Bros are gone. You know what? I'm going to take Buddy Matthews and Brody King and let them step up as a tag team. But no, let's just keep these
oh,
guys under contract because I'm insecure about losing talent to WWE, even though I like to boast that my roster is as deep as my fucking pockets.
exactly. We shouldn't be worrying about losing people because you got people, a million people, you don't fucking use, man. Hey, you have a collection of toys just to show all the other kids at school. Hey, look what I got. Look what you don't got. Haha. And that's all you care about, man. And it's fucking very unfortunate that Tony Khan is so insecure with his roster, with his product, and with all his talent that he has to do shit like this, man. And he's talking about insecurity. Boy, he's literally making an insecurity contract. Can't wait to talk about that.
Oh, I can't. You know
Th-
it's coming, bro. But
It's
bro,
coming.
I don't understand, man. Like it's a thing in business, bro. You cannot hold on to these fucking people because you're if you do not plan on using them, like bro, if you wanted if you figure, oh shit, we got Ray Phoenix for 10 more months. You know what? I really want to show him we value him and we really want to keep him. That's a different story. You're keeping him around to not use him and to put people over when your roster's so deep. Just have other people put these people over.
Like that simple. And don't you want to make a good impression to have people want to come back? Look what Cody did all that shit to come back to WWE. You don't want people to think that way about your company. And for people like the Lucha Bros to be like, hey, we're gonna step away, we're gonna go do this. But you never know. You might make such an impression and such a value that be like, man, we gotta go back home at some point. That's our home. We gotta go back. This was great.
Yes.
We gotta go back. You don't want people to try to do that. Over time, you have people that are starting out in your company give that impression to that people where that's their home, that's where they got to go back to it someday. That's where they got to end things. What are you doing here, bro? You're just souring people.
Dude, what does this sound like, bro? This sounds like 2019 hoarding talent Vince McMahon so they can't go to AEW. It's the same thing. Tony Khan is hoarding talent so they cannot go to WWE. What the fuck? Tony.
Dude, he's the same person. He's literally the same person.
I don't get it. I don't get it, man. And this is coming from a guy who a lot of people thought was the cool owner, the guy that's a decent human being. And Tony Khan is, I mean,
He is a good.
nobody really knows him as
He's,
a human being, but I mean, at least what we know of him, he
yeah,
seems like a good human being. But why are you doing this kind of shit that resembles the worst parts of Vince McMahon? Some of the worst parts of Vince McMahon, at least, as a wrestling promoter.
and I think what it goes to show is when things are going good, your good side's out. You're doing all this good things, but when the cards hit the fan, when you're backed against the wall, when you backed yourself against the wall at the end of the day, but when you're backed against the wall, you do what you're gonna think you're gonna have to do, man. I think that's what the case is with Tony Khan, where he seemed like a nice, cool guy overall when things are going well with the company,
Mhm.
but when that heat is applied, man, that pipe burst, man, and it was not, and it was pure sewage that came out.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, bro. So, yeah, I mean, I don't get it. Again, I don't get it, man. If your roster is that big and you're constantly bragging about you're constantly bragging about having this big roster, then why are you afraid to lose talent, bro? In fact, your show was
Exactly.
better when your roster was slimmer. Um
Literally, it was way better.
yeah.
Like like the goat himself said, Kenny Omega, I wouldn't have hired 90% of you. Like,
Yep. 100%.
like, come on.
Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Okay. Speaking of Bryan Danielson going out, according to the Observer, Bryan Danielson did not want to win the AEW championship, but Tony Khan talked him into it, talked him into it, feeling that him winning the AEW championship would be the best possible moment of the year for AEW's biggest show of the year. Danielson pretty much chose himself his end date in Tacoma. He chose his end
Mhm.
date in Tacoma, and get this. The new Moxley version of the Blackpool Combat Club was Danielson's idea. And with
Look at
that, as this pertains to more parts of the story, according to the Observer as well, according to those close to the situation, while the story was out that Darby Allin was being planned for the AEW title this year, after Bryan Danielson, the secret plan from months ago was always Danielson to Jon Moxley as a heel. The Swerve Strickland to Danielson and then to Moxley story was planned prior to Moxley winning the IWGP Championship earlier this summer, but apparently the only people who were supposed to know were Tony, Moxley, Danielson, and Darby Allin.
Look at that. Look what happens when you plan ahead and actually long-term book. Things go by smoothly, and it's the best thing about your television currently. It's the only good thing, really, besides fucking Hurt Business, but that's kind of just, a debuting thing that's kind of, no matter
getting
what,
off
going
the
to be
ground.
the moment. Yeah, so that's that, but like, bro, look at that. You plan ahead and you be a boss. You tell someone that doesn't think they want to do something, this is what we're gonna do, and you convince them to do it. And it's the best thing you got all year. Look at that. Holy fuck.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful thing to see. And I was just going to mention that too, because wasn't there rumors going around of Tony Khan saying that long-term booking in AEW doesn't work? Yet you long-term booked a storyline with Jon Moxley and the Blackpool and the new Blackpool Combat Club, and it just so fucking happens to be the best thing that you have going on television right now? Are you serious?
Man.
Yeah, this is great news, man. This is great news. And again, the fact that they long-term booked something and it actually turned out to be, I don't know, the best thing they have on television right now is very telling as to what works and what doesn't, because a lot of what people complain about in AEW is this stop-start. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. We don't know who we want as heel. We don't know who we want as babyface type stuff. Hence, Adam Cole and MJF.
Goddamn.
It doesn't work. But here, you long-term book something, and it's some of the best shit you have on television.
That's what you should be doing at all times. Good Lord.
Ridiculous, man. AEW Rampage. There's been a lot of confusion about AEW Rampage as of late. Is it staying? Is it going? What's happening? Fox Sports Mexico is picking it up, but nobody else in the world the TV rights deal wasn't included with. The Observer provides an update, and they do reiterate, as of right now, AEW Rampage will be ending by the end of this year.
Good Lord.
If I had it my way, I am keeping Collision, and I'm keeping Dynamite, and I'm doing a brand split, and I'm not creating a Rampage, I'm not creating a Shockwave, I'm not creating a Thunderfuck, I'm not creating whatever type of weird electricity names Tony Khan comes up with for a show. I'm not keeping AEW Electro. I'm not keeping AEW Fuckhead. I'm not keeping any of this stuff. I'm just keeping Collision. I'm keeping Dynamite. I'm doing a brand split, and I'm having these shows be more focused. For the love of fucking God, man. Please get some order in the fucking court. I'm glad AEW Rampage is going away, though. For the love of God, it needs to go away.
It needs to. It became a failure. It debuted in fucking United Center with CM Punk, and now it's being canceled. Good Lord, how the mighty have fucking fallen. Good. Keep it canned. Move Collision. Do a brand split. Make it important, and do that. You have the roster for 2 shows with split rosters, and that's all you need, dude.
Yes. God. So, for the final news story of today, the AEW and New Japan. AEW and New Japan are possibly going to introduce a WWE clause for talent working Forbidden Door. Some people are calling this the Stephanie Vaquer clause. I'm calling this the insecurity clause.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. It's the please don't leave us. For the love of God, please don't leave us clause. It is the insecurity clause. Same thing. You might as well call the Ray Phoenix situation an insecurity clause because it's pure insecurity.
Bro. Man. So obviously, this takes place after Stephanie Vaquer, or as Vic Joseph says, Stephanie Vaquer.
Fuck yeah.
Bro, why does he say it like that? Just call her Stephanie Vaquer. Why is Vic Joseph is so fucking weird, man. I swear to you. All Elite Wrestling. Get him off the booth, bro, please. Stephanie Vaquer. Please. Why are you calling her Stephanie Vaquer? What are you doing? All Elite Wrestling, anyways, All Elite Wrestling and New Japan Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, could be looking to take measures to prevent another Stephanie Vaquer situation from happening. Vaquer, who at the time was the New Japan Strong Women's Champion and dropped the belt to Mercedes Moné in a critically acclaimed match at AEW New Japan Forbidden Door in June, after Stephanie Vaquer out-wrestled her. She dropped the belt to Moné in a critically acclaimed match at Forbidden Door in June, only a couple weeks after the event, though it emerged that Vaquer had signed with WWE with interest igniting in the former CMLL Women's Champion following Forbidden Door to stop a situation from happening in the future. New Japan and AEW sources have told Fightful Select that it is likely that talent who work Forbidden Door or another co-promoted show with AEW would have to agree not to immediately join WWE because it is likely to be a clause added to their contract as opposed to a separate arrangement. Stephanie Vaquer made her NXT debut early in October, as she is currently involved with the NXT Women's title picture, which includes the likes of Roxanne Perez, Julia, and Cora Jade. Fightful noted that WWE appeared to be very happy with Vaquer so far, and talent looks to be enjoying her with her time spent in the company so far. Wow.
Just, hey man, instead of let's presenting our show as the one you want to sign to, it's just in general, roster, quality of television, quality of pay-per-view match, all that. You know what? Let's just make it so where they can't fucking go anywhere else but us after, Forbidden Door. What? And how bad would that make them look for people that reject that contract and reject Forbidden Door and then sign with WWE? You know how much worse you're going to look at that point when people obviously say no to that? You're just making yourself look like an ass. How does this actually benefit you, dude?
Okay. Well, first of all, first of all, man, let's talk about Stephanie Vaquer. So, you're mad at her because she did not do business the way that you thought. Okay, well, she was a CMLL talent. CMLL structures their contracts to where if a major company applies interest to the talent, WWE or AEW, they let them go because they want their talent to, they want their talent to move up. If you get interest from a major promotion, they want you to move up. They want you to go up and, go to a major company. They're cool with that. They'll cut you from your contract. They'll let you go. They'll let you go do your thing, which obviously they did in this point. Could Stephanie Vaquer have went about business a little bit better? Sure, she could have. Stephanie Vaquer is also dealing with a lot of personal stuff to the point where she wanted to get out of Mexico. She needed to get out of
Yeah.
Mexico, and she wanted to get out of Mexico fast. And you're pissed
And
off
she,
because she just worked your show? Oh, fucking what? Then don't collaborate with people. Then do
yeah,
AEW and New Japan and don't include CMLL if you guys are going to be assholes about it. Because, and what does this mean for talent who might have their AEW or New Japan contract up shortly after Forbidden Door? Do they still have to wait?
that'd be like, it's nothing but problems, confusion, and idiocy. Like, bro, like, she, at the end of the day, she just played the game. She got the attention, through matches. She got the eyes that she wanted to get, and she took that chance. That's how you play the game. That's how you do anything in any sort of media. You do what you got to do to get the eyes you want to get, and then those eyes spot you, you go there. That's how that works. People get, they have, indie people all the time try to catch their attention with AEW, WWE. They catch that attention, they go there. That's how the business works. That's how anything fucking works. It's literally the insecurity clause because you're insecure if she didn't go to you. That's all it
Yes.
is. You wouldn't have a fuck. You would be bragging if she went to you instead, but she didn't. So now you're mad and you're gonna put something in contracts to where they have to choose you or they gotta wait. That's insane. That's so sad and just so sad. It really is.
It 100% is, bro. This is absolutely, again and again, what you did is, well, first of all, you're making me hate Forbidden Door even more to the point where I really don't think we're going to be reviewing this show next year.
Oh fuck no,
If
dude! Please.
especially if there's going to be bogus shit like this put behind this fucking show, take your Forbidden Door and shove it up your ass. Really, I mean, come on.
You're gonna see Vikingo, but he can't sign anywhere else for a couple months for some reason because we're insecure. Like, bro, like what?
You're making me again just hate the Forbidden Door concept even more. And what you were doing is you're shooting yourself in the foot because nobody's gonna want to work this show now.
No. Why would I work? If I'm a wrestler anywhere, I don't care how loyal I'm in to who, I want that opportunity always open. I want that exit strategy. You should always be be thinking about like what's next, what's backup, all that shit. You should always be thinking about that. I
Yep.
would never do Forbidden Door.
At this point, if I'm a talent, I don't know if I am because the point of Forbidden Door is to get exposure to certain talents that maybe we never seen before. Hence why they
Yeah.
brought CMLL in. And again, Stephanie Vaquer is a great example. But you showed to us you don't give a fuck about a Forbidden Door. You don't give a fuck about getting exposure to people. You don't give a fuck about putting people on the map. All Tony Khan gave a fuck about is who can I get to sign to me, but God forbid they want to go to WWE because we can't have that. And nope, I'm closing my door now. I'm closing the fucking Forbidden Door now. Now y'all ain't going fucking nowhere.
Like
That's what the fuck is this? This is not the Tony Khan that I remember. This is not the Tony
no.
Khan that I love. Come on, bro. This is not my Tony Khan. I don't know who this dude is. This is this is ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous. You're mad because she out wrestled your top star that you paid a bag for and have got no return on your investment. And you're mad because she went to WWE. And again, could have done business better? Sure. But did she have personal reasons why she wanted to get the fuck out of Mexico and come to the States and start new and start fresh? Yes. Come on, bro. Come on,
It's
man.
insane, dude. This company and its decision, Tony Khan and his insecure decisions about his roster and people leaving and people going and people not choosing him. It's so sad, bro. It's the saddest shit ever.
It is, bro. This is one of the most petty things that I never imagined Tony Khan getting this petty.
No,
I never imagined him getting this petty, but bro, this is just bullshit. This is bullshit, bro. This goes against what CMLL does for their contracts. And again, You clearly showed me right here you don't give a fuck about a Forbidden Door. You don't give a fuck about featuring talent that nobody's ever heard about to again make them stars. You don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck about this. All you give a fuck about is who can I steal from these promotions that I can brag that WWE didn't get them, but if WWE wants to get them, now I want to put a clause in place. You can't have your fucking cake and eat it too.
Exactly, man. You really can't. You can't brag about people going to you and then try to set up roadblocks where they can't leave or go choose a. It's so sad and it's just so embarrassing and it makes the company look bad for dumb Tony Khan insecurities.
This is ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous. This not only makes Forbidden Door less fun than it already is, it's just that this is just this is childish shit, bro. This is
Hmm.
childish shit. This goes against what the Forbidden Door was. You only care about the Forbidden Door if you get to sign these
The person.
talent to your own company for no reason because you already have enough talent. And do not tell me you were wanting to position Stephanie Vecker as a top female talent in the company because if she
It
did
wasn't.
sign with AEW, she would be on Rampage right now, probably going up against fucking she would probably be going up against Mercedes Martinez right now on Rampage.
Literally, she'd be doing nothing. She'd be just a woman on the roster. And over there, where she chose to go, she's literally being presented as one of the big three that they just signed and one of the biggest three talents they could have signed and they did. What would anybody choose? Why would I choose AEW and it's below the roster where I'm not going to be seen? I don't get it, dude. And it's so sad.
It is, bro. It is, man. And yeah, Bell says, God help him when Mercedes decides to go home and MJF has done
Mhm.
everything in AEW and inevitably goes to WWE.
They always say, dude, you keep all your eggs in one basket, you're gonna get fucked in the end. So many people just back to back are gonna leave. I think it already started, and Tony Khan's blocking it with like Ray Phoenix and Ricky, but it's gonna get to the point where back to back to back people are gonna leave, and it's gonna make you look bad because you did it to yourself.
100%, bro. 100%. And yeah, and we all know what's going to happen with Mercedes anyway. Mercedes took that deal to prove a point to WWE that she deserves to be the highest paid woman in all of wrestling. And clearly it's not going well.
No, it's really
And
not.
and with MJF with what they've done to him. And I know a lot of people were all big on the face of America stuff, and a lot of people were big on him turning heel again. I was huge on MJF coming back, leather jacket, the wolf, the black jeans, the black boots, the black leather jacket. I thought it was fucking awesome. I thought it was awesome. I loved babyface, but still scumbag MJF. As soon as they turn him back heel, you guys know I checked out. I've been very vocal
Oh
about
yeah,
that, as has my co-host here, Sir K. We've been very vocal about his character and everything they've done with that. But the more and more time moves on, I fucking wish he would have went to WWE because this
I wish.
this is bullshit right here.
It's not good. It's really not, and it's bullshit, and it's gonna keep happening to Tony, and he's gonna keep going further and further into the depths.
At least in WWE, if he showed up as a heel, he has a complete fresh roster to flex that dynamic with.
Literally, exactly.
In AEW, bro, he's doing the same stuff. Like, I, I
It's insane,
what the
dude.
fuck? This is ridiculous, though, man. This is I'm coining this the insecurity clause,
Hmm.
as this is nothing more than Tony Khan wanting to say, "Hey, I want the cheat code, but nobody else can have it. I want my fucking cake, and I want to eat it too." Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro. Miss me with this bullshit. This is complete bullshit. And this further digs the shovel down into the fucking dirt of us not doing a Forbidden Door review next year. Because
Literally,
it's
dude.
going to make the show a lot less fun because nobody's going to want to work this show, bro. Nobody's going to want to work this show. And the show is already a dead concept. Even before this, we were thinking about not reviewing the show because it is a nothing show, bro. It's a nothing show.
Nothing. It means nothing, and it's just getting proven and proven more and more.
Yeah. And that's everything, man.
Mm-hmm.
That is everything here today on this episode of the news, man. As that is all your news here for today on episode 237 of Unscripted. Thank you all so very much for joining us here today on this edition of the news, man. This has been episode 237. Thank you all for joining us, man. Bell, Durante, Logan, my man JB. Thank you guys all for joining us, man, as that is going to do it for another edition of NHP. And with that, man, yes, MCMG, bro, versus DIY. Yes, ma'am. I'm excited. Bro, I'm wearing
this Jey Uso aftermath.
The Bloodline. Let's go. It's gonna be a big night, bro. It's gonna be a big night. I'm excited. I'm stoked, man. And I hope you guys all enjoy the show. And yes, enjoy the show. And yes, again, I hope you guys have a great time. And with that, it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
And Sir K.
And that is gonna do it for this edition of NHP. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 237 of the news. And with that, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all on Monday with Unscripted.
Peace.